All right, a brief introduction yet again. 28th of July 2017, we are back with another random trading insight session. Um, let's see how many people are here. I'm doing an FB live in the trading evolution trading preview group. For those who are here, please type a yes or a hi so we can have some interaction and we can discuss some topics and the trades coming up in the coming week. Vishnu is here. Hello, Vishnu. All right, let's wait for a few more minutes and wait for people to jump in. And till then, hey, Luke, welcome. All right, yesterday I posted a question, which is better, trading every day and catching 20-30 pips, or trading once or twice a week and catching 150 to 200 pips. What do you guys recommend? Let's just discuss that in detail. And looking at that, some people said doing both. Some of them said any winning pip is a pip. But I don't really recommend that. You need to have a very good and very strong trading plan, until and otherwise you are not going to make some money in the long run. It's very important to, you recommend every day, yes, again, but at the end of the day it comes down to what exactly you're trying to do. If you, in my eyes, if I am trading for time freedom, right? I am not trading for, you know, if I have to get out of one 9 to 5 job and then get stuck into another kind of 9 to 5 job, if I am trading every day, there's no point. That's my opinion, right? So other than the money bit of it, I am also I am more interested in the freedom side of it. So in my eyes, and even from the risk management side point of view, I am more personally more inclined towards swing trading and trading, once or twice a week, or even once or twice in 2 weeks, right? Other than that, I am not really too keen to trade every day, because if I have to sit in front of my charts 4 hours every day, I'll rather do a 9 to 5 job. Anyone else has any comments? Very few people here at this time. Usually we get around 20-30 people watching. Right, let's look at some of the pairs. Let's look at, okay, Bitcoin is going up, which is good. Aussie New Zealand. We took a trade on Aussie New Zealand ages ago. I won't say ages ago, like it's been a few weeks, because it was a long-term trade and we did take out around 300 pips on that one. Let me see if I can find a screenshot. It was a very simple trade. A few ways to take it. Alright, viewers are coming alive, so that is good. I discussed this last time as well. I think, I'm not too sure, but so this is where we took it from. Very simple trade. Looking on the weekly, as you can see, even it was like a baby trade. Baby trade as in the sense of analysis. All you can simply say, oh, it's coming at the bottom, I'm gonna buy it, as simple as that. But yes, it perfectly worked. Risk to reward was 1 to 2.6, so very decent trade. 1 to 2.6 is a very decent trade, gives you good risk money management stuff. Now the problem with most people is you are not looking at the higher time frames. Most of the people are just, you guys are too much zoomed in. For example, if you are trying to trade like this, you don't even see the goddamn picture. You don't know what trade it is. You don't know what the patterns are there. There's no point. You cannot trade like this. It's not possible. Alright, you have to zoom out. You have to see the bigger picture. Then even the most basic, if I'm talking about the baby pip stuff, even the most basic baby pip stuff cannot be applied if you are zoomed in like this. It doesn't work that way. Again, at the end of the day, if you have a, why is it very important to have a very sound strategy and a trading plan? All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think it is possible to be very consistent if you don't have a very detailed knowledge of the chart itself? What do you guys think? Do you think it is possible to be consistent in trading in monetary terms, or in trading as in the number of trades you take, as in your analysis, if you are not too sure about what the hell the chart is doing? What do you guys recommend? Exactly, right? You cannot be, everyone says I'm very, my mindset is perfectly fine, I'm not trying to jump in or to every trade, blah blah blah. But if you are jumping from one strategy to another, there is no way on earth you can be consistent in making money, because your analyses are all over the place. That is why it is very important to have one definite method of analyzing the trades every time, just so that you can be very, regardless of whatever trading strategy you have, if you are doing the same thing consistently and then your head is in place, that is how you will only, that is the only way you will be able to achieve consistency. Otherwise there is no point, right? You can never be consistent if you don't have a consistent strategy. Right, people are trying to short the pound here. I am not looking to short the pound here at this stage. It's very indecisive at this stage. I've got a few people messaging me, where is it gonna go? It's very important to understand that not every time you will be able to know where the price is going, because most of the time the price, or sometimes, I mean, past week and even this week, we've just taken one trade, only one trade. The reason being because most of the pairs are in that transitioning phase. Transitioning phase is a phase where the price is usually trying to make up its mind where the hell it's gonna go, right? For example, in this pound pair, right now, if I'm looking at the bigger picture, you can see I've got a very big trend line coming from the top. Now I don't know if the price is gonna break towards the top or it's gonna come towards the downside. Honestly, I don't know. No one knows, right? No one knows. That is why this is the time, I mean, past, now this is a daily chart, right? The only time we took a trade was over here. I remember me taking a trade around here, and we took our profits around here. And again, those are the things, that's where we made 100 pips. If I'm not wrong, yep, that was the pound trade. The internet is a bit slow, that's strange. Alright, now look at that, that is the pound trade. Now the exact same thing that I had it from here. Now this was the daily. Now I always have more confirmations than just one confirmation, so now I'm showing you it on a daily chart, but we took the trade on H1. Now it's gonna be going way back, but I think, yeah, around here, I think, if I'm not wrong. Hourly, no, it was around here, right? Around here. Look at this, is that same bullish engulfing candle which you can see over here. Of course I don't have exact drawing over here, but you can bring it up like that, right? Downward triangle, upward, break towards the top side, retest, beautiful buy, perfect shout out towards the top, made 100 pips, easy trade, right? not that very nice looking risk to reward, but I was too sure about this, it was too sure not to miss. So that is where I kind of compromised with the risk to reward ratio a bit, but again at the end of the day it paid well, right? Now I'm showing you the same trade on the daily. See that my arrow was from, I put the arrow on hourly and it is at the same spot where I put it on the daily before, right? Either ways, now the point being, you cannot trade every day, you should not trade every day if you are trading the longer term time frames. If you are trading those M30 M15s and whatnot, then you can trade whatever the hell you want, but I usually won't take a trade every day just because I mean it's not valid enough. I don't trust the very lower time frames too much. I do trust the daily or the higher time frames too much. So if I'm not getting my confirmations from the daily or from from the higher time frames, say even weekly, I won't take a trade on the smaller time frames, right? Any comments? Anyone has to say, anyone has anything to say? Everyone is so quiet. Anyone has any questions that you want me to answer? I'll be happy to do so. Another which I say is another myth that most people have is about the NFP. I mean, goddamn, people are so naive when it comes to NFP. Someone asked me last time that in NFP, does the chart, does it always go up? I mean, how can you even ask a question like that? It is completely irrelevant. How can you say that whenever every news come, it's gonna go up every time? It doesn't work that way. Every time the structure is different. Now this is where your the level of your knowledge kind of comes to test, right? You cannot take a trade just based on what the news calendar have to say or whatever the news come out. All right, let me ask you a question. How many times has it happened that it was NFP and the numbers were bullish for the US jobs and the US dollar still went down? Have you ever experienced that? Anyone? Have you ever experienced that? Anyone? I'll tell you what I'm saying. Let's just go my FX book. Mala says yes. Anyone else who says that the numbers were good for the news, for the jobs data, and the US dollar still fell down? Can anyone attest to that? I guess half of the people don't know what I'm talking about. Come on. If you are in this group and if you have been paying attention, you should at least understand what I'm saying. I'm not asking you to take a trade or explain a trade. But, alright, we have got another volunteer. Neville says yes. And the answer is yes, honestly, right? Most of the times, for example, now we have a news coming on next Friday, which is NFP. And everyone has been asking me to trade NFP with them, but I only trade NFP, of course, with the members of my group. Why does it happen? Again, there is no one particular reason why it happens. I believe news is only an excuse for the market makers to give you a hard time. Honestly, it's not even giving you a hard time. It's the price is gonna do what the price is gonna do. Right now, think about it logically. There is more than $5 trillion in the Forex industry, right? More than $5 trillion is the volume of the Forex industry. And yet, do you think if there is some random news in some random country which even comes out every month, do you think it would have that much impact that it is gonna completely destroy that $5 trillion market structure just in 5 minutes? Yes or no? Do you think that news would have enough power in it to destroy that market structure just for a 5 minute spike? That's what happens in an NFP, right? It's just a 5-10 minute spike in either direction. But do you think it's enough? It is that important, the news is that important that it is completely going to destroy the market structure. For example, now if the time frame, now you can see on a very basic note, you can see the price is going up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Technically speaking, it's an uptrend, right? As simple as that, right? Now do you think if we had to go NFP right now, do you think the price will just fall down up to here? Do you think that is going to happen? Yes or no? Anyone? Do you think that is going to happen? Mark Lip says, so this is a daily time frame and you recommend that NFP is going to push down the chart this much in a 15-minute news spike. That is another 10,000 pips. 10,000? 1,000 pips. I'm not asking you to predict. All I'm asking you is, does the NFP have enough power that it can push down this chart, this particular chart, 1,000 pips in 15 minutes? Do you think it's possible? Fellas, seriously? Think about this. The price has taken days and weeks and months to cover this much distance, and do you think a 15-minute news is enough to cover all of this? Absolutely not. Exactly. NFP is only 15 to 20 pips game maximum, or in worst case scenario it can go up to 40-50 pips maximum. Last time on NFP, only the US CAD it went 50 pips. Other than that, on the trade that we took, I think on that one it just went around 15-20 pips, and that's what it normally does. NFP is only used either to continue the structure or for a stop hunt. No, I'm not going to go into details what exactly structure is and how the stop hunt happens and whatnot and what. That's a very detailed another few hours lesson on a separate note. But don't be scared to trade NFP. Trade NFP just like you would normally take your trades on any pair, on any chart, on any time frame. Yes, if you are doing NFP on an M15, you can expect a very big candle. If you are doing NFP on M15 chart, it won't be a bad idea that you can expect a candle equal to the size of this arrow, right? Now how much is this arrow? 100 pips, way too much, still way too much. NFP maximum this big candle, maximum equal to the size of this arrow. Now do you otherwise have candles this size in here? I can see one over here already, 30 pips, one candle, right? All I am trying to say is NFP is just going to continue the pattern, whichever the pattern the market is doing. Now again, it depends on how you define a pattern. How I would define a pattern, that is very different. All I'm trying to do is debunk your myths about NFP or any other news in that direction. All right, what happened when Trump became president? Anyone knows what happened then? Let me open up the charts. Does anyone know what happened when Trump became president? I can show you exactly what happened when Trump became president. Alright, this is the spike. This one. This spike is what happened when Trump became president. Now, Trump becoming president was a big news, right? Yes or no? Anyone? Was Trump becoming president a very big news or no? Right, Geox says yes. Anyone else? Was Trump becoming president a very big news? I got a couple of yeses. Anyone else? Looking at the global economy, yes, the whole world was looking forward to what is going to happen, and I was like, okay, it's very important, right? Now, do you think Trump becoming president would be enough to completely destroy this $5 trillion market structure in one night? Do you think that was enough? Yes or no? Do you think Trump becoming president was so strong of a news that it will destroy the $5 trillion industry in one night? Do you think that would have happened? Exactly, no. Now, this was the spike when Trump became president. What it was, the market only followed the structure. It was just a stop hunt. Agreed? It was just a stop hunt. It was just a stop hunt. Do you agree to this? Was the market structure broken when Trump became president? It was not broken. It was just a spike. And what do you think? Could you have predicted this trade? Could you have predicted this trade? Yes or no? I'm looking at questions on under the video for those who know where it is. So just under here, right? I'm answering to all these questions over here. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll get the same questions. I'm sorry, what was my... Could you have predicted this trade? Yes. Can anyone tell me how? Now, if you forget that there was any news, if you just completely forgot that there was any news, could you have predicted this trade? Yes. So many different ways to take this trade. Number one, very simple one. The price came to a trend line, I sold. Yes. The price was going on a downtrend, downward trend. And whenever the price came up, I sold. Now, I'm not going into the very detailed analysis of this. But could you have predicted this? I'm just asking the very basic question. Any newbie who knows what Forex is, or anyone who knows what support and resistance is, they could have predicted this trade, right? Simple. The price was in a downtrend. It came on the retest of the trend line and I sold. Number one. Second reason, where I'm not, now again, I am not going into too much detailed analysis. Remember, there are more than one ways to predict the same trade. Some will be more confirmed than the other ones. So what I am discussing now are the very basic ways you could have predicted this trade. Number one, this. Number second, I have a triangle here. And what was that spike? It was just a stop hunt, or it was just in a wedge channel. You can kind of sort of say it's a wedge channel, but not exactly. But yes, enough that you can consider that yes, there will be a logical trade. Now where would your stop hunt go? If you took a trade over here on the retest, your stop loss would have gone above the height of this one. Now this is baby pip stuff. I'm not going anything more. Where would be your profit target? Your profit target all the way down here. You're getting a 1 to 2.6. What else do you want in life? Easy setup. Right? Now again, if anyone was there, we did call out this trade over here on the euro ages ago. Let me find it out and I'll show you why I called it out. See, Euro USD, we called this trade out. Where was that trade? That trade was over here. If you go on the H4, you'll find the same stuff. See that? That W thing, the same W thing that was over here, right? We waited for it to break, came down, we called out a trade over here and it perfectly hit a profit target around this mark, right? Now you see how much profit was made on that one trade. Right from here, 320, almost 330 pips. You can have the screenshot here, look at that. 330 pips on one trade. Now again, I'm not doing anything too complicated here. All I am doing is bigger picture. What do I see on the daily? I am looking at a potential head and shoulders. Now again, I did not take it because of head and shoulders, right? But there was more than one reason, like I said, to take a trade. This was enough for me, right? Again, the point being, the stop loss was around here. Again, a long position. Stop loss around here and the take profit goes all the way up there. Now easy setup, easy trade, right? So all I am trying to say is that there are more than one reasons to take that trade. So if you look at the bigger picture, you will know that news are nothing but just the price trying to do its thing, what it would normally do. All right, so don't be too much around, don't try to be too skeptical about what news is, or it's going to screw everything up. Even if I have a long-term trade going on, I would not change my position just because there is NFP. If I have a position which is going on for a couple of weeks and the NFP falls into that week, again, I am not going to change, I'm not going to close my trade, I'm just going to let it go. Because if the price goes for a stop hunt, it is just going to end up as a retracement and it's going to continue its trend. If the news is used to continue the structure, it is just going to go in my favor, one way or the other, right? So it's just a 15-20 pip move which the market would do otherwise anyway. They just use the NFP to create panic, to create distress, and to make the traders do something stupid which they would normally don't, which normally they wouldn't do. All right, so don't be too stressed about it. Just trade normally, just trade your accounts as you would normally do, whether it be binary or Forex. I prefer Forex, even though I trade both binary and Forex, but Forex is where the larger money is. Forex is where you can kind of expect that you can make a living out of it. All right. So do your thing. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Any last questions before I wrap it up? I will be doing NFP for public this time. I'm not too sure. Let's see how many people are interested. There will be a small minimum fee for those who are not in my group and who only want to trade NFP. It'll be very affordable. Usually we make 15-20 pips on every NFP. So if you have $1,000 account, and you can probably make a couple of $100 on that only during NFP. Again, the minimum requirement, I would say, is at least $1,000. If you don't have $1,000 in your Forex account, then there is no point trying to trade with me. I would recommend at least having a $1,000 in your Forex account if you are looking to trade NFP with me. I have not decided how many people I will be taking into consideration depending on the response. However, I will make a poll in the group right now. Let me actually do it right now. Let's see. According to the response we get, I am not. How can you succeed in binary option? Well, that is a very big question. Give me a moment. How many of you would be keen due to the demand? I have given some serious thought of trading NFP with public or people who are not in my paid group can trade NFP with me for a small fee. How would you be interested? Number of seats depend on the response. All right. Now the option is interested and not interested. Right. So I've posted this, and you can trade either, and you can trade at even, just show me, just reply to this poll and we'll see what I can do about the NFP. Now remember, if you're trading Forex, I want you to have at least $1,000 in your Forex account. If you don't have $1,000, then there is no point. Or even 700, 800, 900, as close to 1,000 the better. and remember, there will be a very small fee associated with it, because I will be teaching as well, and I will be trading with you guys. We'll be taking a live trade in front of you guys. So make sure, feel free to put in the comments about what you think, if you have any other opinion about it. And regarding your question of how do you succeed in binary options, you can just start by learning. First of all, the very first thing you need to do is go to Baby Pips and start reading. babypips.babypips.com. That's a free school. It takes a lot of time for you to study. It gives you very detailed analysis, very basic stuff, but a very good place to start. After that, you can look on my free web, you can look at my free, what do you call it, you can look at my free videos on my website. If you are not aware of that, I'll post a link again. So that is this. Watch this naked trading webinar, all the videos that follow through. Now these are all the NFP videos, and you can have a very good idea of how good we are with NFP, especially even otherwise as well, but mostly NFP is 90% NFP is our blind money making day. I won't we don't really care about anything else much, but we do trade NFP and we go in heavy. And however, again, depending on your account size, I would recommend that you should have at least $1,000 in your Forex account if you want to trade NFP with me. Number one. Secondly, for those who have responded, you like the post, thank you, but I want you to click on this not interested or interested thing, right, one way or the other. And I want you to click here like a tick box thing, and then I would oh, you already have. All right, awesome. So I got another 3-4 people, so not bad. There will be limited seats, and it will be full blind money making session. There will not be too much drama outside. There will be no noise of any other sort. It will just be purely a money making session. All right, any more questions? Any more questions, anyone? I do highly recommend you to check out all of these videos. There is a lot of information given in these videos. All right, it's all of these are free. You just have to go to this website. You don't even have to sign up or register to anything. Just go and watch. There is more than 10 hours of good content in this that you can study, and that gives you a lot of information. All right, other than that, I can show you my YouTube channel. There are heaps of free videos. Go and study them. Now let me go on. Alright, so this is my YouTube channel, and for new visitors, of course, there are heaps of videos that are not public because those are only the secret videos for my group. All of these are every day. For example, that was 2 days ago, binary Forex, again 19 July, Forex, that was NFP. Alright, so we do these every day. But for the new guys, of course, you won't be getting the private ones, but you can always have the free public videos. And yourself as a new visitor. Right, so if you go on a new visitor thing, you will see that there are again good amount of videos that you can study. All right, so spend some time on it. I'm pretty sure it will be very, very interesting, and it will be very enlightening experience from what the preview I've got from other people. All right, watch this Forex introduction, how to trade NFP, then Fibonacci, naked trading webinar. Then I don't do the signals anymore. I have to take this video off because I only offer signals for people who are in my full Forex group. Otherwise, they don't really know what to do with them. How to trade Fibonacci and more other videos that I did for bull binaries, support resistance, trend lines, price action trading, money management. Heaps of good content. All you gotta do is wait and spend some time on it. Any more questions? Again, for the new folks, do this stuff. Again, baby pips doesn't exactly teach you what to trade, how to trade, but it gives you a very good insight of all the details of all the very little nitty-gritty things. But it doesn't teach you how to exactly go into very deep details and how to exactly go and take a trade. That's where baby pips lack. But again, this is still the very best place to start. There is nothing better than this for people who are who are looking to even just get started in Forex or even binary option. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, it's a very free website. Another thing that I want to tell you is I see so many people buying those dumb indicators and robots and this and that. Please don't fall for shit like that. Think about it. If anyone is making 80% or 90% for even a binary options indicator or whatnot, why are they selling it to you only for 30-40 bucks or $100 or whatever? Doesn't make sense, right? Market is a dynamic place. It keeps on changing constantly. So would your analysis and so would your mindset. All right, so you cannot trade With a robot, you can just say, if this happens then do this, if this happens then do that. I mean, if it goes above, buy it, if it goes low, sell it, right? It does not make sense. You cannot be a successful trader with stuff like that. So don't waste your money on buying any dumb indicator. Look at my screen. This is how I trade. I don't have any goddamn thing. I didn't even bother buying a subscription for TradingView because I don't need it. Alright, so don't waste your money, don't waste your time spending time and money on this stupid stuff. There is nothing else that you need other than a blank chart. What time frame is best for binary option trading? Not a valid question. You cannot trade on any one particular time frame. You have to learn how to analyze multiple time frames and then come down to one particular time frame to take a trade. You cannot trade just looking at, for example, if I'm looking at M15, it's not enough for me to just take a trade only on this chart. I have to look above and back. I have to go to H4, H1, M5, M1, see what the structure is playing, and then eventually find a good enough suitable time frame where I can take a trade. If you are looking an easy way out, there is no easy way out. You are going to lose. And I'm pretty sure most of the people who have tried trading one way or the other would know this, that easy way out, if you are just finding one system that works, all of you might have failed one way or the other. I have never come across any one software or EA or indicator that you can say, oh, this is always going to work. Right? So don't fall for that shit. I mean, excuse my language, but still don't fall for that shit, man. I mean, that's really stupid. Go and watch this very first video, naked trading webinar. Alright, I show you, I explain how the indicators are working and how you can or how you should not use them. I go in very detailed analysis of this one. Watch this one fully. Then go down, support, resistance, trend lines, then go for Fibonacci. Everything is there, not everything, but good enough place where you can start. Alright, so again, don't fall for stupid shit. Don't waste your money on any robot or indicator or whatnot. You don't need anything. You just need this free trading view because it's very good where you can mark your charts and whatnot. Easy to analyze. Alright, so don't waste your money on any stupid stuff. Don't waste your money on those stupid Forex, MLM shit. You don't need any of that. Forex is Forex, binary is binary, but MLM doesn't really, gel with this kind of stuff. So rather spend that money, learning really Forex, really learning Forex, other than wasting that money on any sort of, again, those indicators and robots. So I hope none of you would fall for that stuff again, and you should not for any or more reasons. Alright, and what else? Anything else? Let me look at something. Alright, nothing else. That's about it from me. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. I will post this video on YouTube, and yeah, hope this was helpful. If I've offended someone, I'm sorry, but the idea is just to shed some light, just to shed some information, so that you don't waste your money, so that you don't waste your time. All right, it is not a get rich quick scheme. It will take time, and it will take a lot of time depending on how much effort you put in. If you ask me how much money you can make, you can make as much money as you want. How much time it would take? It can take as little as 2 weeks, or it can take as long as 2 years, or even more than that if you don't know what you are doing. So stop hitting in the dark, all right, and get some real education. Work. There is no shortcut to success. All right, so last but not least, hope you guys learned a thing or two. This is Jerry Singh signing off, and I'll see you guys some other day. Please do comment on this. Please do comment on this. I want to know how many people are keen for the NFP, and let's see what we can do. There will be limited seats depending on how many people are there. All right, I'll see you guys then. Till then, good luck, happy trading, trade the plan, plan the trade, and bye for now.